Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I know there's quite a few new faces on this show, and I just want to say welcome and thank you so much for choosing the Storybox and choosing to listen in each and every day as I unpack more and more stories for you all and try and expose people for their lies and their hypocrisy and keep telling the truth. And if you want to learn more about who I am as a person, you can. I wrote a book. It's called The Path of an Eagle: How to Overcome and Lead After Being Knocked Down. Links for that are in the show description. And if you want to support the show further, like Patreon, PayPal, links for that are also in the show description. I never ask people for money, so don't worry about that. I am so grateful for all of your support. Help me reach 100,000 subscribers this year. I feel like this year is going to be the year that I hit 100,000 subscribers. So I just want to say thank you, and I'll continue to make more and more videos exposing the lies, the hypocrisy, and just the double standards everywhere in the world. I talk about things that I see that need to be spoken about. And well, today I want to give you guys an update on the Sheikh Wissam Chakwe, whatever the hell his name is, from Granville Boys High School. So originally, the Department of Education told him to work from home because he made a video defending the two Islamic nurses, and he defended their vile, hateful, and disgusting remarks, saying that it was all, over dramatized, and the Israeli man, Alex or Max Vifer, sorry, he was responsible for subtly editing things, and it's just all blown out of proportion. Notice how none of the Muslim leaders in the Muslim community were condemning the words that were spoken. No, they defended and said that they're the victims, apparently. So, well, it appears that if you get a group of Muslims together and you chant and you shout, well, a war or death chant, if you ask me, it's usually the last thing people hear when they die from a Islamist, let's say that. If you chant that loud enough, it appears that the Department of Education will cave. Because guess what? They've allowed the Sheikh to return to Granville Boys High School. How absurd is that, right? So you can defend the vile, hateful, disgusting remarks from two Islamic nurses that, by the way, one of them has been charged. If you weren't already aware of that, don't know what's happening to the male yet. Hopefully he is charged as well. But it's the principle of the matter. If you're working for a public education system, and I know I've said this quite a few times, you don't deserve to be paid by taxpayers, myself included, and many other Australians. You don't deserve to be profiting if you are supporting hate like what those two Islamic nurses spilled and made aware for every single person, not just in Australia, but the world. You don't deserve, if you're defending them, you do not deserve to have financial capabilities in this country. I think that you got off scot-free, mate, honestly, and these two Islamic nurses, apparently they're still being paid somehow. Like, it just goes to show me the massive hypocrisy and the massive double standards that we've got in this country, and the utter weakness as well. You've got these sympathizers with terror in our country, and they claim to be people of peace, yet they're anything but that. If they are supportive or defending, they should just be equally as charged, because you can't be sympathizing with terror. Thank you very much. Am I crazy for saying that? I don't think so. So Mark Rowley on X goes, cry bar loud enough and weaklings will bend over for you. A support officer has returned to a Western Sydney school after being ordered to work from home after he posted a video in response to the Bankstown Hospital nurses matter, in which he criticised selective outrage. Sheikh Wissam Chakwe, or whatever the hell his name is, who works at Granville Boys High School, posted a video on his social media platforms on the 16th of February where he spoke about the reaction to the two New South Wales nurses who allegedly, and they didn't allegedly, they claimed in a social media post. I still don't know why people say allegedly. If you know they've said it, it's not alleged. It's actually so. It's only alleged if you think they said it. And if you can't prove they said it, they wouldn't treat Israelis and boasted of sending them to hell. In this video, Wassam said the nurse's comments were never meant to be literal or intended to be a threat to patient care. Yeah, right. Okay. So if they weren't found out, what do you think they were going to do? I wonder. They've said it. They meant it. And criticized people who had spoken out about them but remained silent on Israel's actions. We refuse to accept the political and media landscape where Muslims are only visible when being condemned, but invisible, when they are being killed, he said in the video. The education department first asked Wassam to remove the post from TikTok and Instagram at a meeting on the 18th of February as the department believed the post did not comply with departmental and governmental policies. No way. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He refused. The department asked him to work from home until the matter was resolved. Guardian Australia understands. So let me get this straight. He's refused to take down the video, and the Department of Education has gone, all right, you can work from home until further notice. We've got to resolve this issue. The only way you can resolve this issue is you can fire him. Thank you very much. He's refused to do something and to comply with your standards. That's not a matter of, work from home, thank you very much, until we can get this matter sorted. And then all of a sudden you decide to backtrack and allow him to return because you're afraid of kids chanting a death chant? Are you nuts, Department of Education? How in the world are we funding you guys if you're just bending over and allowing people to break your so-called rules? What is the point in having those rules? You're a publicly funded system, right? And you are allowing people like this to basically walk all over you because you're too scared. What is the point in having the rules? On the 24th of February, the department issued a directive instructing him to remove the post by the 26th of February. The video was removed from his Instagram and TikTok, but remains on his Facebook and LinkedIn posts. In a meeting between senior department officials, Wassam and his legal representative, obviously he's got one, another Muslim, probably. On Thursday, it was agreed he could return to his role at the school on Friday morning, the Sheikh's lawyer said. The decision came after students at the school staged protests on Wednesday and Thursday against the directive. The New South Wales Education Department was contacted for comment. The lawyer, Wassam's lawyer, Majid Khair, told you, another Muslim, told Guardian Australia the post did not breach the department's social media policy. He raised concerns about the validity and the legal basis of the directive that formally instructed Wassam to remove the video. Right. Sympathizing with people that don't want Israelis to live. Okay. And then it wasn't meant to be literal. Okay. Our feeling was that there's a level of ambiguity and uncertainty in what is required of public servants, and the department has capitalized upon that level of ambiguity and uncertainty to place pressure on the sheikh to remain silent in this instance. Let me get this straight. I'm all for freedom of speech. You're allowed to say whatever you want to say, but there's got to be consequences for saying it, right? So if you are sympathizing with what those two Islamic nurses said, then you should face the same consequences as those two Islamic nurses did. If you're putting it on a public facing social media profile for everyone to see, and you are working for the Department of Education, no less, that is a problem. I don't know why the Department of Education is just allowing this lawyer to just, okay, we'll bend over because we don't want any trouble. Huh? In the directive, the department referred to its social media policy, associated social media procedures, and code of ethics and conduct. Yeah, well, code of ethics and conduct would indicate, I hope, that you can't sympathize with what those two Islamic nurses said, the death of or killing of Israeli patients. Double standard, hypocrisy. The Education Department also referred to a letter issued by the New South Wales Premier's Department in mid-February, which said public servants have a duty to uphold the reputation of your department and the government sector as apolitical, impartial, and professional. Well, he definitely wasn't not apolitical. He was certainly political and not impartial at all. He was certainly partial to Muslims and definitely was not professional at all. This includes in a private capacity in public forums and social media, or when engaging in political and social issues. Unfreaking believable. Like, we've got a huge issue in Australia, and it's only getting worse because you have dingbats in the Department of Education, Department of Health, that allow this stuff to go on, because all it takes are a bunch of kids outside of Granville Boys High School, along with parents, to chant Allah Akbar for the Department of Education to go, all right, we've seen this. And then also the lawyer saying, oh, he didn't breach anything. Didn't breach any code of ethics. No policy procedures were breached at all. So you must return him to the school. Right. Have you seen the video? I made a video about it myself. And what I saw, these people are allowed to work in a public environment, and, well, I just don't get it. What's going on? This is weakness, man. Actual weakness. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care. You be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.